welcome to the Hanford Dixon Show. I'm Gabriella Cruz alongside the top dog. We've got so much to go over, Hanford. We got a lot going on in Cleveland sports, honestly, so not just football, but I know you've been keeping up with our Cavs.
I have, but before we start, I have to get something out of the way. And you brought it up to me, but I was already thinking about it. You know where I'm headed with this?
Nope, no idea.
Yes, you do. Something sad.
Oh, you're gonna go sad right off the rib.
Yeah, I want to get it out of the way. Come on.
Yeah.
Talk to me about it.
Well, okay, so we got into studio today. We just were talking about some of the current news, and so maybe it is good to identify off the top. We've got a lot of prayers and thoughts going to the family of the student athlete from Bay Village who was in a freak. I think it was more of just a freak type thing during playing lacrosse, and he passed away.
I couldn't believe it. I mean, I just absolutely couldn't believe it when I heard the story. This poor kid. I know
you live in Bay Village, so you kind of had a pulse on.
Yeah, when I heard the story, I just figured. I said, well, the kid, he had surgery. He's going to get better. He's probably going to go through some changes, but he's going to get better and he's going to be okay. But then it came across the feed that this young man had died, and my heart just immediately went out to his family and friends and everybody. I just thought it was scab. It was like someone stabbing you in the back or something.
I was bummed out about it all day because, I caught a glimpse of the news on Twitter, and then, you go and read articles, and it just feels close to home, It is close to home, and we've all played sports. We've all been student athletes, at least around here in Big Play. So it's just one of those things that you don't anticipate happening, and it was just a very freak thing. It's kind of an injury. The head injuries are really... that's the nature of the spinal cord, head injuries. That's why we do so much to protect kids in sports. So maybe they will come out with something after this about potential adjustments to even the way they make helmets. Who knows?
And we're just going to say this to the friends and family and everybody that you guys are in our prayers. So we just want to get that out of the way. Now we'll get to those.
Prayers to all of Dylan's family and friends and their entire community.
Yes. What about those Cavs? What were you saying?
Well, I was pointing out that the Cavs, I've been getting credentialed for these home games. I've been cutting the highlights of a lifetime, Hanford. I've gotten great footage that was useless for 2 games in a row now because Halliburton. I'm hella hurting, okay? Because that last second 3 just put the dagger in us to win by 1 point. Is crazy. But then the Celtics and the Knicks, you're like, oh my gosh, I got something for you. Shout out to Sam Amico for putting this in his latest Hoops Wire article. But I'm paraphrasing here. This is the first time in NBA history that 2 60-plus teams two 60-plus teams start 0-2 to start the second round of their playoff series.
Yeah,
because everybody was giving the Cavs a hard time, but then what's crazy is the Celtics had almost the identical thing happen in their game versus the Knicks. They were up by 20, no different than we were in that Pacers game 2, and then they squander it away in the final remaining seconds of the game, and they finished 90-91 final score behind. Who are the Celtics? It's the Magic.
Well,
I didn't catch the game. I just saw the.
Yeah. Let me say this.
Knicks.
You're talking about disappointed. I mean, very, very disappointed in that game. I mean, let's go to the first game, okay? And when they lost these 2 games, obviously at home, some people say we're 2-0. I mean, I think we're 0-2 because we haven't won a game, and I was 2-0. But we understand because we're the 0 behind either number. Mm-hmm. But when you look at this first game, I was really, really upset with that game, okay? And then I said I kind of understood a little bit because we had a lot of time off, and we were a little sluggish. And
I understood game 1.
But we were pretty much at full strength, except we were missing one of our key players. But that's okay. We still should have won that ball game, okay? Then we come back, for the second game, and we're down 3 players. And but we still should have won that ball game.
Hanford, we still should have won that game. It's so frustrating. You know what, guys? I'm going to be honest with you. I paid $17 for the NBA League Pass because I just needed more closure. I was like, I got to watch game 2 again. I got to watch the final 4 or 5 minutes of this game. I need to know. Because when you're there and it's happening in real time, things are happening fast. You can't always see everything. I was kind of like on the floor trying to get highlights from a specific angle, so I can't. You're not seeing it the way you might slow down and see it from the televised angle.
Well,
and Hanford, I paid $17.
And I know for you to pay $17.
I know, for a monthly subscription. You know I don't watch TV, so this is a big deal. I get into the app.
With that big new...
my new big TV. Right. I was so thrilled. I'm like, I'm just going to kick back. But you know what? I'm going to just slow down and watch the final remaining moments of this game so I can have a little more closure.
Well, let me tell you why I was...
and it wasn't in the app. I was so mad. Their latest replay in NBA League Pass, in case you're wondering out there, is as latest as April 29. That does me no good. Couldn't watch Game 2, a rerun of it. And they didn't even have the live games. I couldn't watch Celtics-Knicks yesterday because they didn't even have the live playoff coverage. I don't know what we're doing besides stealing people's money. NBA League Pass.
Hey, when they hear
Find
you,
me from that.
When they hear you, they're gonna change all that. They're gonna say, "Hey, we need to get this taken care of right now and make her happy because
Why is
we
it
don't
so
want
hard
her
to watch
back."
sports these days? It just used to be so easy, and like now I gotta pay like for every little thing, you know.
Well, let's get back to this game.
Okay, anyway.
Let me say this. I was so upset because after the game, I called my son. He didn't answer the damn phone, so I couldn't talk to him about the game. So, but this was absolutely crazy. Guys, we were down. Like I said, we were down three players. That was out of the game, okay? That had me a little bit worried.
Right.
But we played well.
We
played really well. I mean, we were up.
We were up as many as 20.
As many as 20 points. Okay, here's the thing. We come down to the final stretch in this ball game. There was things that we did that was very uncharacteristic for our basketball team.
Right.
I mean, I know Donovan Mitchell. I know you were tired, big dog. I know you were tired. I understand that. But still, we need a play. We need a play from you. Where it all started with me.
He put his whole body on the line,
He did.
though.
And listen to me.
This guy was cramping up. He was driving. No one attacks the basket like Donovan Mitchell. Put some respect on Donovan Mitchell. If you look at his size and just like his body shape even, how is he flying through the air? How is he as airborne as he is? He attacks the basket from like every which angle. The way he can contort and just scoop by you and get to the basket. I was very pleased with Donovan Mitchell. I was more kind of like, okay, Ty Jerome went 1 for 14. I'm like, damn, you can't be ice cold right now, buddy. And then like inbounds passing, it's hard. You don't want to like point people out, but it's like, I don't know, did we run out of gas?
Yeah, let me tell you one particular play that I was a little bit upset with Mitchell. And when I say upset, trust me, we need this guy. We can't win without this guy.
Yeah.
And he had a hell of a ball game. He really did. He gave it his all. But one particular play, I think he shot the ball. He missed under the goal. He got his own rebound. That at that particular time, what we need to do, we need to burn. We need to burn some.
I know what part of the game you're talking about. You mean when he shot a foul shot, got his own rebound,
and what he did was
tried to shoot up
he
again?
tried to shoot up again.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to shoot up again, he's got to know. And I'm sure he's went back and he looked at the film and he's saying to himself, "Hey, I guarantee you, if he does that 100 times, 99 times, he's going to take the ball out and try to burn some more time off the clock." But the result of that play was, they got possession of the ball, and they're going back down, and then they scored. That was one instance. Okay, Here we go. We cannot let them get those offensive rebounds like that. We forgot to block out. We just didn't block out we had mental blanks and blocks in our mind. It was just absolutely crazy what was happening. You cannot let the shooter get a rebound. Even I know you don't let the shooter get a rebound. And then we let him shoot a three. I mean, we cannot let him shoot a three. We cannot do that. And what we
I would have just like fouled him really quick.
Yeah.
Even as soon as he gets the ball, just foul really quick, because at like worst case scenario, he sinks two and we're tied, and we still have an opportunity after that.
Let me tell you guys.
But I'm sure in the thick of the moment, you're just like, it happened too fast.
But you got to know that. And then look at this. We were having trouble pretty much in that fourth quarter the whole time. We're having trouble getting the ball in bounds. I mean, even if we coming off a timeout, we're still having trouble getting the ball. And then who was that just threw the ball away to one of their players. Was it? I mean, one of our. It was.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was Max Drews on the
I know.
inbound,
I hate.
guys.
And Max had such a good game.
He had a great game,
That's
but
why
at
I'm
that
having
point,
the worst. I have such a hard time.
You can't do that, Pat. You know that.
I know it's right, but the hard part is they were so gassed that that's what it got to him mentally.
I
They
think
were
so.
so gassed. But here's the hard part: Kenny all season long, guys, was. Load management. They didn't even play 40 minutes in that game. Like, I understand it's playoff 40 minutes is different from a regular season 44 minutes. However, hearing load management after all season long and hearing we were gassed is brutal.
Well, one more thing, Pat. Yes to the load management, but also yes to the fact that this playoffs was way more physical.
Of course.
And I know people keep saying physicality. It's true though. Like these
I like it that way.
These guys were banged up out there, and it is a different expenditure of energy. The other thing though, and Kenny admitted this post game, maybe using more guys.
Sure.
Listen, Ty, he didn't have it. We got to get him out. Throw Tristan Thompson in there to bang some bodies around. Just get your enforcer out there. Give him throw him a few minutes just to bang some people up.
And let me say this, and I want to make this clear. I want to be plain. There is no way am I by any means beating up on any of those guys, because I still think, even though we're down 0-2, 2-0, however you want to put it, I still think that we're going to come back and we're going to win this series. I really do. I believe that.
Keep the faith.
I know.
I'm keeping the faith.
I'm keeping the faith.
Let's go.
I believe that. And I'll say this. I said what I said about these guys, like Donovan Mitchell, for instance. Instead of bringing the ball out, he's trying to shoot the ball. I'm saying in a couple of instances they didn't block out the shooter. I'm saying all those things. I guarantee you, these guys, they beat themselves up several times looking at that film, going over it and over and over it again.
I would be in pain. I would be in actual pain if someone made me watch film of that game. Did they with their real eyeballs watch that game after? Because how do you not ruminate in that? Like, I would need to pretend it never happened. I would be like, I can't look at this.
The post-game interview with Max Drews was really, he was
very raw.
It was really raw, and I'm shocked that he didn't show the emotion, that I would have been feeling. Like, he was obviously frustrated. He knew that he had a critical turnover in the last minute.
Right.
Yeah.
But the thing is Sam Amico keeps making this point. If there's a team to make this 0-2 comeback, I think it's the Cavs, not the Celtics.
Right. I think we're gonna be just fine. I mean, guys, I love these guys. We're gonna win it. We're gonna come back. We're gonna win this series. And again,
let's go get two on the road.
I am not mad at any of them. Just hurt a little bit, but I'm not mad at any of them. Guys, I still have the faith in you. I'm still believing in you. We're still going to come back, Gab, and we're going to win this series.
Hanford just want to let you know he's not mad at you. Neither am I. See you at practice. See you at Rocket Arena. Okay, we'll take our first break of the show. We'll be back with more Hanford Dixon Show. We'll talk football, I promise, at some point. Right after this. Welcome back to the Hanford Dixon Show. It's time for our Browns headlines, brought to you by our friends at Northeast Factory Direct. And this is a great time to be telling you guys about all that they have to offer this time of year. Hey, if you're interested in remodeling a kitchen even this time of year, they've got modern, functional, and beautiful without the stress of delays or sky-high prices. They've got all that you might need at Northeast Factory Direct. Right now, you can get a full 10x10 kitchen cabinet set for just $2,500, or actually $2,599. Not bad. These aren't flimsy particle board cabinets. They're solid wood with soft closed drawers. They've got full extension glides and the latest designs and styles. So you don't have to do it alone. When you walk in Northeast Factory Direct, they've got a whole team, and they're experienced designers who make the whole process really easy, Hanford. So if you came in and told them what you want, they'll help guide you through the selection and then show you exactly what it would look like using their 3D technology. It's a stress-free experience that makes your dream kitchen feel totally doable. And here's how to get started. You can just book an appointment, bring in basic measurements of the space that you have, and see your dream kitchen come to life. The best part is that the design consultation is actually totally free as well. No pressure, no obligation. Check out the nearest Northeast Factory Direct near you. You can go to northeastfactorydirect.com or, check them out in store.
Don't forget, as for not the big play, but the Hanford Dixon bonus. We'll take care of you guys. You know what's funny, though?
Dog bonus.
Once, we were talking about that quarterback room and how full it is right now. Once Shador take over that quarterback room, he's going to probably get in touch with Alex and have him deliver one of those recliners.
He needs something for his little. We saw how decked out his draft man cave was. So that means his real player man cave, number 12 man cave, is going to look.
Player? Player.
Real good.
That's what it's called. Player. Yeah.
Hey, they've got the rookie mini camp this week, Friday to Sunday.
You know, and I bet you all those guys have to be really, really excited to. I think we got a total of 7 players, and you know what happened, Gab?
Yeah.
They would bring, they'll sign a lot of guys like free agents just to bring them in so they can have bodies for this camp. But it's going to be really, really interesting because I remember when I was a rookie and I was coming into the mini camp and I was just so excited.
Yeah, was it kind of like going off to college for the first time?
Yes,
like you're like in your new place.
Yes. I guarantee you the guys, because what they're trying to do, they're trying to get the lay of the land. I mean, they obviously they've been in the building, but they get a chance to come in, they'll practice on the field, and they'll get a chance and get a feel for pretty much not just the head coach, but all of the coaches, defensive, offensive coordinator, and their position coaches, and they'll do like a lot of drills and stuff, and the defensive backs go one-on-one against the wide receivers.
Okay.
Again, you get a chance to show your stuff, see what you could do.
Yeah.
And you know what I like to see? I like to see like some of the things, like some of the players, for the they're walking into the a building, they're pulling their cars in, parking in the parking lot. And,
guys, it was like I'm on blurry here.
Yeah.
See if I can get this fixed. Hold on.
Well, you look good from here, Pat.
Oh, no.
Oh, we've got. I know what you're doing, like the forefront, back front.
It's kind of hard for Pat to be blurry. Doesn't he look good from here, guys?
That's what they pay me the medium bucks for, guys. It's kind of like a celebrity walked in though, because Shadur Sanders was in the building today.
Yeah,
Right.
Berea, Ohio, beautiful Berea, Ohio. Perfect timing. Throw the wrist up there, Gab.
Whoop, whoop.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
But it was cool to see them actually like in the building, because it's cool when you see the Ohio State, all the that type of stuff.
Yeah.
They're here now.
Right.
Now the business starts. So it's good for them.
They're in the building. Is there a rookie you're most looking forward to?
Well, you know what I
Seeing work out?
well,
or?
obviously, I want to see Shador.
Yeah.
I want to see what he's going to do. I want to see him take over that quarterback room. I want to see him prove a lot of the players, a lot of the people wrong, that he should have been drafted higher.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to play a lot better than what his draft number is saying. But I want to see him. And I would be lying if I say that if I said I wasn't interested in the number 5 pick, the kid out of Michigan, and Graham, is that his name?
Okay, Mason Graham.
Yeah, I can't wait to see him, because even though I was a little bit disappointed in us drafting this kid where we drafted him, he's on our team now. And I'm behind him 100%. I think you guys have heard me say that, and I can't wait to see what his presence is going to do on that defensive line, and how he's going to. I think hopefully, obviously I know he should be able to stop the run. But if we can get like 5, 6, 7 sacks out of him a year, I think that'll be a big, big bonus. And then again, if he's going to take some of that pressure off Myles Garrett, because Myles has the freedom where he can just roam that defensive line. He can line up either side pretty much wherever he wants to line up, and he should be able to do that, because when you're Myles Garrett, I mean, you're going to demand attention regardless of where you go, and you're going to be at least double teamed, sometimes triple teamed, because you have to stop him, and then they're going to slide the whole offensive line toward that way to try to stop him. So if we have a guy like Graham who is one-on-one and he can get through to the quarterback and stop the run, that's going to be really, really good.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think any video with Kinchan is an awesome video. This dude is such an athlete that I think I just like when they do workout stuff. It's kind of like Myles Garrett. The Browns posted a video of him working out, and it's just, you're in awe of how, like, they're in their physical prime. You know what I mean? And it's just cool to see them do all these super athletic moves and stuff like that. And I think I'm really wowed by his speed and athleticism.
Well, you're talking about guys, I mean, they're the best athletes in the world. And you're talking about these guys that watch what they put into their bodies, watch what they eat. Because
so scientific.
Yeah.
You see it. There's no, flaws. You can't fake it.
Right, because you want to be at peak condition, and you just because again you're one of the best athletes in the world, and you're going against the best athletes in the world. So that's why I agree with you 100%. And I saw the video of Miles though. Boy, I keep saying, and
How is his arm that big,
Oh,
guys? I just have a
my
question,
God.
dude. How do you become like that? I mean.
A few curls and among other things,
I mean, he's ginormous.
he's
Hanford.
a beast. He's a beast. I mean, he's a beast, and we were talking about the Cavs earlier. Miles a big Cavs fan because if you watch the game, you'll see him. He's right there, front and center,
Yeah, he was
cheering
I
those
saw him
guys
at game
on,
one, throwing stuff in the crowd.
Yeah, he's cheering those guys on.
Yeah.
But not only that, we forgot Miles is a minority partner, owner.
I didn't forget.
Yeah, the Cavaliers. I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm just so excited when minicamp and see what happens. We'll have this first minicamp. It'll be pretty much just the rookies and the free agents, and then right after that, what they'll do is they'll bring the veterans in, everybody, it'll be everybody working together, and that's where the fun really starts because they can get a chance to give the rookies a hard time and get a chance to meet these guys, and you can tell. Let me tell you something. You can pretty much tell right away. I mean, after looking at those guys, who's going to help your football team, who's going to make your football team, and who's not going to make your football team. You can pretty much, even though that decision is made between the coaches and the front office, but as a player, you could pretty much tell that because these guys are just unbelievable. And I can't wait. I'm going to say this. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this. I'm really, really excited about our team this year because I think even though we didn't stay in draft at that number 2 spot, we moved down to number 5. I honestly believe that this team is going to do something this year. Because, guys, let's face it, we wasn't that far away. I mean, we were not that far away. I really believe this team is going to do something. But I have a question to you guys. Nick Chubb, what the hell, guys? What's up with that? I mean, are we going to keep him or are we going to?
Doesn't look like it, guys. So the news that came out of the Browns camp was that they restructured the Jerome Ford contract, which I think it was up to 3.2 or something like that, but they brought it down to 1.75 guaranteed or 1 point something guaranteed, which all but kisses Nick Chubb goodbye, to be honest with you, because they're not going to have a 4th running back in that room.
Right.
Quinshawn, Dylan Sampson, Jerome Ford, those guys are guaranteed to be in the running back room. Pierre Strong's probably not in there. Nick Chubb, I think he would have a better chance at the Bears, somewhere else where he got an opportunity to play, but he won't be here.
Well, I'm a little bit surprised, and I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I'm a little bit surprised that no one has attempted to sign him. I mean, yes. I mean, we're talking about Nick Chubb.
Yep.
I really hope that someone like this doesn't become a thing where he, classic Browns fashion, goes somewhere else, lights it up, or somebody gets him for a steal, thinking this
look at the
guy's
Steelers running back room.
And then
all they have is Caleb Johnson, who they just drafted. If he goes to Pittsburgh and dons the yellow and black, shoot me in the face.
Oh, God.
Dude.
Speaking of Pittsburgh, did you guys see the Browns sign Deontay Johnson? He was a former Steelers wide receiver. He had over 1,000 yards in 2021. That was the only time in 6 seasons. But, played for Carolina, Baltimore, and Houston last season. What did you think of that?
Well, I was waiting on you to bring that up because I knew you were going to. It doesn't hurt because when you look at it, again, we have a full room of quarterbacks. But who the hell are we going to throw the ball to?
Yeah.
I mean, we have Judy.
Are you confident in our wide receiver room then? What's your level?
Right now, no. And I am glad that Deontay Johnson, I'm really happy that we signed him because he can't hurt. Mm-hmm. I think he obviously he's going to help the room. But, guys, when you look at it, there's some guys out there, and I just did some checking, and I was just checking on some of the guys. Nelson Aguilar, I think he's still out there. He's the guy that probably we can go after. Keenan Allen, he's another guy that we can go after. I'm going to call a name here, and I want to hear what you guys going to say about this one. Do you guys think we should go back and bring Amari Cooper back?
I like that one.
I mean, Amari is still out there now. What do you guys think about that one? Yeah,
still out there. Last he played, it was with the Bills, so he's still out there for us.
I think that would be a good choice for us.
I think so too. I mean, he knows the system, and more importantly, he really popped off with Joe Flacco.
Oh, for sure.
So if Flacco's starting the first 4 or 5 games for you, it's a perfect hand in glove fit.
Yeah.
Guys, you have to hear this one, and I'm sure you guys heard it.
And he was no drama, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The only thing was about the money or whatever.
Well, and that's what I'm getting ready to start on, some drama here. But we lost this guy, Elijah Moore. He's no longer with us. He signed with the Bills.
Right.
But listen, he took some parting shot at us.
They always do.
Yeah.
What is it with wide receivers, Hanford? Cornerbacks are not dramatic. Wide receivers are dramatic.
Anything. What's funny is I still follow him on Twitter apparently because I liked one of his posts and I was like, oh, I forgot he's not with us.
Oh, listen to
What did
this.
he say?
He said, I have run into some quarterback trouble. He said, I can't throw the ball to myself. He was talking about when he was here with the Browns. He can't throw the ball to himself. Come on, Elijah.
That was Elijah Moore? That sounded like Odell Beckham.
Yeah, that was
It
Elijah
sounded like
Moore.
Odell
That's what
Beckham.
he said. I couldn't believe it. That's what he said. He took some parting shots at this football team.
Wait, let me think about this. Do you think he was talking about Deshaun?
It doesn't even matter at this
It
point
doesn't
who couldn't
matter.
throw to him.
I think he
He's
was
taking shots at everybody.
Yeah, I think he was talking about that
Don't
whole.
do my Joe Flacco like that.
Yeah. I think he was talking about
Respect your elders.
That's
that,
right.
that whole quarterback room. I think he was talking about.
Yeah, and just probably the dysfunction of it.
Oh.
I'll tell you what, though, guys. You talked about Deontay Johnson coming over, former Steelers wide receiver for the coming over to the Browns.
Yeah.
Not a lot of downside to that signing, but we also got other Steelers wide receiver news. If you want to hit that in around the AFC North coming up next, guys. Lot of big news coming up there.
Good
That
tease.
was a great team.
We'll take a break and be back with more Hanford Dixon Show right after this. Welcome back to the Hanford Dixon Show. We are going to go around the AFC North Hanford, brought to you by our friends at Garage Beer. Garage Beer comes in just 2 flavors. That's all they need to wow you. Classic, light lager, and lime. Perfect for summertime. No frills, no bitterness, no IPAs. It's just beer-flavored beer. And you can find local retailers who sell Garage Beer near you by visiting drinkgaragebeer.com.
Which one are you?
I'm a lime.
You're lime?
What are you?
And I'm not a lime.
You're a plain Jane. I knew this.
I gotta have a little bit of a strong brewski.
Oh, okay.
I call it brewski.
I like a little sour.
Garage brewski.
We love it, guys. They have I don't like lime beer at all. I don't like lime anything. Garage Beer lime is the only one that I like, honestly, because Dave McAllister had a little keg of it at some point, and he brought it along, and I actually really like it, and the regular Pilsner is really good too. So nice and crisp. If we had a nice warm day, that'd be great.
Now wait a minute.
That'd be fine.
Pat.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna tell me you're drinking lime beer?
Yeah.
Now I could see
it.
I could see Dave drinking lime beer, but you like me, Pat. You gotta have that strong.
Yeah.
We'll give you the lime beer. We'll let you
give
take
you
it. But no, the serious note, that Garage Beer is good.
Speaking of lime and maybe a little sour news for Steelers fans, how about this big trade? George Pickens to the Cowboys.
Well, I don't know whether Steelers fans are upset or happy about this trade
I think
because
they probably wanted more for the trade.
Yeah.
If anything,
But Pickens, I mean, this kid, I mean, he's performed now. Let's get this right. Every year that he's been there, he's performed. But there's so much baggage, I think, that comes along with him.
Sure.
And I think finally Mike Tomlin said enough is enough when he got a chance to get rid of him. He wanted to, trade this guy with the Dallas Cowboys. Obviously, he's definitely going to improve Dallas team. Now, here's the problem too. I think this is his last year on his contract, and so Dallas, if they're going to keep him, they're probably going to try to re-sign him because. Pat, Gab, you guys know what happened was Pittsburgh brought in another Metcalf wide receiver, and Pat didn't they sign a new contract or did he have a big contract? How was that whole thing working?
Brought him in and then extended him. I think it was 4 for $150 or maybe 5 for $150.
Yeah.
But so the thing about it, too, guys, is like you traded for the 2026 draft.
Right.
So that's the interesting part to me is like you make this trade, 2 weeks after the NFL draft, 10 days after the NFL draft. Right. The timing doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but the other part is this has Antonio Brown, Martavis Bryant, just problem child written all over it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, George Pickens, apparently Brooke Pryor she came out with a report this morning that Pickens would show up to the games 60 minutes before kickoff.
Yeah, just crazy.
He would come in the media entrance, by the way.
I mean, who the hell do you think you are?
That's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Mark.
It's crazy, but is it?
Yeah.
These guys, some
Exactly.
of them, it's just like they're in their own
He's a diva,
world,
man.
You know?
Hey, mark my word on this one. You guys could say what you want to say. You can call me crazy if you want to, but I am a little crazy.
We know that.
But Tomlin is not stupid. He's no idiot. He's a smart coach. And I'm going to say this, because when you look at the Pittsburgh Steelers, guys, they don't have a quarterback.
Right.
They don't have a quarterback. I guarantee you this. Somewhere, there's been a conversation between him and Aaron Rodgers, because that's been the big name that's keep popping up, and that's who they're talking about, and that's who they're trying to sign. Mm-hmm. I guarantee you there's been a conversation between Aaron Rodgers and him, and Aaron Rodgers probably, I don't know this for sure, I'm just, guessing this. I guarantee you Aaron Rodgers have told him somewhere that, hey, just give me a little time. I am going to sign with you guys, and Aaron Rodgers is going to be on the roster with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Because, guys, you can say what you want to say. I mean, they drafted a quarterback, but they don't have a starting quarterback. They don't have any veteran on that team, presence on that team.
Right.
And you just can't go into a season like that. I mean, you just can't do it. And like I said, Tomlin is just too smart, but do not be surprised, and you're going to say it when first it came from Hanford, that Aaron Rodgers had promised Mike Tomlin that he would sign with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he's going to be on that. He's going to be on that roster. And Pittsburgh,
I hope. Yeah, I don't know. I bet if you're Will Howard, you'd be a little nervous about it, too.
Well, I mean, Will Howard is Will Howard. Come on now, let's don't get carried away with this whole thing. Where did he go to school at?
The Ohio State
Come
University.
on, guys.
Yeah. So you're hyping us up?
Yeah. He's got a different type of play style, too, from Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But this whole situation is so crazy. So in tandem with the report that Brooke Pryor put out, guys, there's a bunch of wide receivers that played for the Steelers. AB, Martavis Bryant, all these guys, Deontay Johnson included, who they never reached their numbers that they had with Pittsburgh ever again when they left. Right. That's the type of person that Mike Tomlin has these guys, with the character and the discipline and all of that type of stuff. I don't see it happening with the Cowboys. I just do not see it happening.
Yeah.
Well,
Tomlin is like he has that skill set that
probably
man. Not every coach has,
man.
based on his track record with being able to really corral problem children. So there's probably a lot of truth to that, Pat.
Guys, this AFC North is going to be strong again. I mean, it's going to be, the two teams has been strong. I mean, three teams if you want to count Pittsburgh and that. We're the only one. Hell, we won 3 damn games the whole year. But I think we're going to be a much improved team. I really do. I think we're going to bring up the rear of this AFC North, and I think the AFC North is going to be strong again, because Baltimore has really, really helped their roster. I mean, they're up their game. They're pretty much filled the needs that they needed to fill with that roster.
They released Justin Tucker too.
Yeah.
What'd you think about that?
Yeah. That was.
Do you think that would have happened if they didn't already have the rookie Tyler Loop ready to replace him? Or?
Well,
that's why they took him. That's why they took that kicker.
I think when they took that kicker,
we know.
Yeah, it pretty much told you the writing was on the wall. I mean, because when you look at all the allegations, against this kid, and I just feel, I try to stay away from that. You know what I mean? But because Justin Tucker, I mean, he's had such a great career kicking the football.
I know.
I mean, this guy.
And I hate to hear it when it's people that seem like they're just such good people.
Yeah.
There was this video circulating of him like doing a singing opera in the church, and I'm just like, I don't know.
For a while there, he was the most accurate kicker of all time. He struggled last season and a little bit in the season before that, but. The funniest part to me is DeCoster, I think is his name, right? He said it was for a football decision to release him, and it's like
I saw that.
You don't need to lie to my face.
Yeah,
like we all know that it's not. You would keep the faith with Justin Tucker. He's the most accurate kicker of all time, like I said. But sometimes something like that, you just got to kick him to the curb.
Yeah, it's like
I think that was a move that the Ravens were just forced in a. And again, I don't know. I haven't talked to Ozzie about the whole thing. I won't even bring it up to him because I know, because if I'm not mistaken, he's the one that drafted Justin Tucker. I mean, so I
When
won't
did
even.
that come out? This season, and now he's canned?
Yeah, the allegations came out in December, I want to say.
So interesting how a team acts swiftly like that.
Yeah,
I mean,
it would have been nice.
I think they have to. You know, they had to. I mean,
Not every team has to.
That's right.
well,
That's right.
listen. Oh, you wanted to set me up with that one. You wanted me to say that so you could just take me and just punch me right in the gut there.
It's all right. No, there's no bad blood.
Yeah,
We just we're moving forward.
Yeah. But like I said, the AFC North though, I think it's going to be strong again. Again, I was talking about Baltimore, and then you got the Bengals, who I think they improved their chances. But when you look at it, though, you look at every team in the AFC North, pretty much all those guys, they wanted to improve their defensive line, and I think they all did that. So I look for the AFC North to be strong again this year.
Ooh, we're excited for it. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back with more Hanford Dixon Show right after this. Welcome back to the Hanford Dixon Show. It's time for our Lipton Hard Iced Tea hard-hitting question of the game. But before I get to that, Hanford, cool news. Lipton Hard Iced Tea is giving away some golf swag all summer long. You can visit a local retailer who sells Lipton Hard Iced Tea to enter and win some golf swag, or even have a chance to win the grand prize of golfing with Big Play's own Jimmy Hanlon. Which we were just talking about. This guy knows how to golf. He knows golf. He's got all of his shows. We all know Jimmy. But he's also still a bad man on the golf course.
You know what? Not only is he a bad man on the golf course, you're talking about a great teacher.
He's an excellent teacher. You couldn't get better.
Oh, my God. Just lessons. Jimmy is the man. But and that swag is really, really cool, too. It is really, really cool. We have to hit him up for some of that.
Golf has some of the coolest fits, right? Like, I know you just have to have cool golf outfits.
Well, I do. And
I know you be looking sharp on the golf
He's
course.
looking like Payne Stewart out there. I know that. I know that's right.
I am the man on the golf course with my little swag on, and I just got back from playing, guys. And,
how's the game this year so far?
Game is. I think the game is. I was a little bit worried about it because now I understand how Garland feels with that big toe injury.
Oh, here we go.
I got to talk. You guys, I got to tell you about it because I didn't know. Listen to me. I do, but I didn't know whether or not. And then when I played at a course that was up near Mason, Ohio.
Oh, right.
It was
Icky
one of
Woods.
Icky Woods golf tournament. One of the country clubs there, and guys, it's been raining a lot. So whenever it's raining, I mean, you have to keep the carts on the cart path. You have to walk to your balls. And so I was a little bit worried. I said, well, I didn't know whether or not I was going to be able to do that, how much pain I was going to have. But I have to say this. Everything worked out okay, so I feel like I'm in true form this year, ready to play golf. But again, to answer your question about my golf game, golf game is not bad. I'm hitting it pretty good.
What'd you shoot lately?
Well, this was a scramble.
Oh, okay. I love a scramble.
Yeah, as a scramble,
That's the only way I can play
you play the best ball, and thank goodness it was a scramble because that was the first time I had pulled those clubs out this year. And if I'd had to play by myself, it would have been a long day. A long day. But I am going to play again next week.
Okay.
Because me and Ozzy will be down in there's a tournament called Jimmy Raines golf tournament, and we'll start in Montgomery, Alabama. Then we'll go from Montgomery to Birmingham to this resort, and we'll play about two or three days there. And Pat, I will be back in time to do the show, so don't you be screaming over there.
Hey, as long as you download the Big Play app and watch the Jimmy Hanlon shows that we got on there. We just launched Big Play Golf. So we got Swing Clinic, Tee It Up, teed off with Joe Meglin. We got tons more shows coming with Jimmy Hanlon, but golf summer is here, guys. I can't wait.
And you know what? I'm excited for golf. I can't believe I'm saying this. I can't believe I watched the Masters this year, and it made a golf fan out of me, and now I'm kind of like, I think I want to get into golf a little bit.
Well, I tell you this, guys, did you see Scotty Scheffler? Did you see him in the
unreal?
I mean, come on, guys.
What happened?
All he had to do was par. If he would have parred out 18, he would have had the best record record. This was funny. Justin
Thomas.
texted the announcers in, and he said, "Just tell this guy to don't beat the record, just tie the record." And that's what he did. He tied the record. But
Scotty Scheffler, he won.
What was the record going to be for?
I think it was 30 under for the tournament he was trying to get to.
Okay.
Which is crazy, first of all, to be 30 strokes under in 4 days, by the way. That's unreal. But he set the course record, I believe, winning the Byron Nelson, right?
Yes.
And I think it might have been 29 under, if I'm correct. But just to think about it, to put up 4 touchdowns under par, you know what I mean? Thinking about it that way. You see these crazy numbers on tour all the time and everything, but somebody like Scotty Scheffler who can shoot 30 par over 4 days is unbelievable.
That's nuts.
You know what's going to make me really, really good too? And I'll talk to Jimmy about this. Now, you know how those pro guys, they carry those little books, a little book in their pocket, and they look through the pages and
taking notes. And
now I'm taking notes. For instance, what club I can hit. Like, say, for instance, a pitching wedge 130 yards.
So you're tracking.
Yeah.
He's taking some stats.
I don't have to think about it. I can just go in my little book and pull that out, and that's a little advantage I'll have on my buddies.
The hard-hitting question should be, what do you think your best golf score is going to be
the hard-hitting
this
question
season?
is, what are you hitting at a 7-iron?
Yeah.
What's the distance on the books for you? I like that, Hanford, I don't know how long you've been into golf, but I like the idea that you're just now figuring out, I can hit this club like 150, give or take that way.
Well, you know what? When you get the book, then you don't have to guess.
It makes you a little
because
more diligent.
you pretty much know where you can hit it, but and how far you can hit each club. But when you have the book, you know exactly how far you can hit it. So I think that's where the pros are. That's why you call them pros.
Yeah, that's why they're pros. They're act to a T.
They know what they're doing. But
we look forward to hearing your golf updates. Hopefully this year it won't be an almost hole-in-one.
It's going to be one. It's going to be my first one. It's coming up this year. I can't wait. Can't wait.
We feel it.
Speaking of golf guys, too, actually, my girlfriend just got a job at Westwood Country Club. And,
I used to work there.
Yeah. So it's great over there in the Rocky River area.
Great club.
And,
beautiful.
I don't know if I'm even allowed to dox him like this, but our favorite member over there, and I'll pull this up, is actually Kevin Stefanski, and it is his birthday today.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Kevin Stefanski, guys.
Kevin Stefanski.
And, we just figure we got to wish our guy a happy birthday. And, my girlfriend was starstruck when she saw him the other day. But we're wishing our guy Kevin a happy birthday. I think he doesn't look a day over 31.
I know. That guy looks
awesome.
great. He just is
He's got
aging
2 kids, I think.
Fine
Awesome.
wine. It's the facial hair, and he's got a perfect full head of hair.
A little salt and pepper.
Yeah. Well, that is our Lipton Hard Iced Tea hard-hitting question of the week. It had to be more about your golf game. We don't really care about anything else except for you, Hanford. We'll be back with more Hanford Dixon show right after this. Welcome back to the Hanford Dixon Show. We've got a new sponsor, Hanford. We're talking Windows.
Oh, that sounds good. But listen, I like the windows, but only if I could buy one and get one free.
Oh, well, we've got a deal for you with Smart Choice Windows. Okay, don't worry. Don't steal my thunder now.
Okay.
If you've been thinking about upgrading your home this spring and you don't want to look any further than Smart Choice Windows, okay? And Smart Choice Bath, truly. Smart Choice Windows is running a great deal right now. It's going to be buy 2 windows, get 2 free, Hanford.
Wow.
And it gets even better. They're offering 0% financing for 24 months. Or if you prefer, they also have a no down payment option. So you can do monthly payments as low as $199. Some restrictions apply there, but if your bathroom needs an update, the same great team at Smart Choice Baths has you covered. They're offering $1,500 off a brand new shower or tub this month. So if you've been putting off that remodel, now is the perfect time to go for it. And if you're ready for a quieter, more energy-efficient window or a bathroom that finally works for your life, make the call. Dial 440-WINDOWS. Or head over to smartchoicewindows.com and smartchoicebaths.com to schedule your free, no-pressure estimate today.
What's that 440? What now?
Windows.
Okay.
That's easy enough to remember.
That is easy to remember. But again, you have to understand, I can't remember what I did yesterday. So that's why.
You need an easy one. 440 Windows. Boom. Just your area code and the thing you want to buy.
So buy 2, get 2 free.
Yeah, there you go.
I like it. I like
nice.
it. I like it. I like it.
Hey, did you catch any of the Kentucky Derby?
Oh, I did. That was very interesting. I thought it was a little crazy. I didn't know. Have they ever canceled one of those races because did you see the weather? It's a sloppy track. But yeah, I watched it. I mean,
and did you? Okay, I didn't really watch it because what was I doing Kentucky Derby Day? Oh, we were celebrating my boyfriend's birthday. But
you know who was supposed to win?
Who?
Journalism. Yeah. I think that was number one. But the journalism came in second. I think it came in second.
Came all the way back from like 12th. Couldn't pull out the win. But
here's something interesting. The jockey riding Sovereignty was fined $31,000 for using his whip more than 6 times on his horse.
Whoa.
Which is kind of crazy when you think about it. It feels a lot like the 2-minute report in basketball. Because they're saying, after the fact, you used your whip too many times to get your horse to do what you wanted it to do, so we're going to fine you $31,000. Yeah, but wouldn't that, change the outcome of the race, Loki?
Wow. Yeah, I never thought of it that way. I didn't realize
Potentially?
jockeys... Yeah, I didn't realize they had rules for jockeys. I thought the rule was stay on the horse.
Right.
I didn't...
Right.
That's crazy to think about, too, because, $31K is a hefty amount of money for that.
And why don't you just take if you don't want them to use the whip, take it from them? I mean, I don't understand. I thought, I didn't know you couldn't hit them more than 6 times.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's wild.
I just thought it was interesting that they would say after the fact, you get fined. I would think that it'd be kind of like a disqualification.
Yeah,
because
for sure.
there's no doubt that the whip is a physical cue for the horse.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
and we saw a DQ a couple of years ago for, I forget what horse it was, but it veered over to try to, box out one of the horses.
Oh.
I think that was, 2021 maybe or 22 or something like that. But there's a lot more rules in horse racing than I would have thought.
Right.
But when it rains like that, you never know. You never know who's going to win. Sovereignty was 9-1 and came through.
That's so cool.
I just can't believe he got fined that much for whipping the horse. But I guess I could see him losing track while he's, because the hype of the race and you're in the moment and you're just trying to do everything you can to just try to win this damn thing because that's life-changing when you win.
How far is it in totality, the distance?
I think 1.25 miles if I had to guess.
A mile quarter?
The other thing too, guys, is Sovereignty will not be running in the Preakness. So there will not be a Triple Crown.
Triple Crown, yeah.
So I know that's happened a little bit more recently, but it's still a major feat in sports, but it's not going to happen this year. Sovereignty will not run.
You know what's funny though at those at the Kentucky Derby, you get everybody wants to go there and everybody wears their little hat. It wouldn't be good for you because you're having a good hair day. So
dude, I love
you don't
hats.
need to
I actually love hats, and it's because you're not correct. I have ranging hair days, and
did you see that, Pat?
The hand came up. She said,
"Did you see that, Pat?"
No. Stop you right there.
You're actually
She's
wrong.
Whoa.
Wrong. I have so many bad hair days, and I love a hat. I actually have so many hats. My hat collection and my shoe collection are very plentiful, and I gotta make it to Kentucky Derby one year because I gotta get a fit. I gotta get a hat. It's gonna happen in my lifetime.
We could do that because, and where I was headed with this whole thing, Frank Minifield is there pretty much every.
That's so funny.
Every year he's there. He's got a lot of contacts right there because he's from Lexington.
All right, we'll call him up.
Kentucky. We'll sit at his table and you'll get a chance to wear your hat.
I would love it.
Yeah. And then some of your you wouldn't want to wear those shoes in that weather though, because
not in the muddy.
Wasn't that terrible though?
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah,
my question for you though, Hanford, is how does a guy from Lexington and you're from Mobile?
Yeah.
How do you two mesh and become, fur jacket wearing friends?
I know it.
Yeah,
how does that come about?
I know it. It was so funny because he and I was talking yesterday, and we were on the phone, and just to hear us on the phone, you wouldn't believe because we'll laugh for. Damn, we're on the phone 30 minutes. 20 minutes of that is just laughing, and we still tell stories, and we were talking about the picture, and I said, yeah, Frank, I said I love that picture because I always tell people that you blew a coverage and you didn't know what the hell you were doing, and you see me writing in the dirt, showing you what you're doing, and he started thinking he said, you know what, I think I better come up with another story on that.
Yeah. We'll have to get his story that he can tell.
All right, Gab, I'll take a break. I know
All right, we're taking a break. We'll be back with more Hanford Dixon Show right after this. Welcome back to the Hanford Dixon Show, brought to you by Infinity USA. Hanford, we got to talk a little bit other sports.
Okay.
The Guardians have won 5 of their last 6, I think it is. So they've been 19-9 since their 3-6 start to the season, I think I read today. Like, kind of, I don't want to jinx anything. We're very superstitious out here in baseball, but we're doing good.
You know, we are. What we just have to continue to do is win these series that we're in. These 3-game series. Let's win 2 games. Let's just keep that going. I think if we do that, I think we're going to be okay. I still have a problem though, because you guys know I'm a big Christmas guy.
Oh,
Noel.
I know you're a big Christmas guy.
I just think we have to, for some reason, Jones. We just, we're giving him more at bats and letting him play more than we're letting Big Christmas
Your
play.
boy.
And you know what? And maybe the logic behind that is maybe they want to get him going or something, maybe trade bait or something like that. But I think if you give Big Christmas the bats and let him just keep going and keep going and keep going, I think this guy, man, I think he can be awesome. Yeah, I mean, but this baseball team. I think we're going to be just fine. I really think we're going to be just fine because who are we trailing? Detroit, I think.
I don't know how many. If it's
I want to say
the last I checked, it was like a game and a half.
Yeah, I
back,
think it's
but,
whoever it is. I think you're
all the
about
time.
right about a game and a half back. But we've been playing really, really well. Bullpen has been a little bit overworked, but not as good as it was last year. But it's still good.
Yeah.
So I'm a big. You guys know me. I'm a big Guardians fans. I just love to watch those guys play. Gab,
We have different guys step up.
I have to say this though. I really watching some of those games. My heart goes out to you. I feel pretty bad for you because it's been brutal out there as far as the weather. What do you do? How do you stay warm?
This weather. So I only work weekends at the ballpark because that freelance life. I bop around, do other gigs. But I am not kidding, Hanford.
Yeah.
I have worked one decent weather game so far this year. And when I tell you I have fought for my life in the elements all the other times with the wind and the freezing cold, you just don't understand how cold it can get down there.
Yes.
I don't know how to explain it.
Yes.
It's just a long hours. You're outside. You're not always moving around. It's hard to stay warm for long periods of time. So I cannot wait for this weather to just be consistent, turn a corner for us.
Yeah, that way you can finally put the parka away.
Yeah.
It's May 8th today as we record, and we're talking about the parka is still out here in Cleveland, Ohio, because it's 44 degrees.
Hey, before we get out of here, Hanford, I wanted to show you a piece I worked on for Kenny Atkinson winning Coach of the Year. I feel like you'll really appreciate this.
Okay.
I got one of your I went home and I'm taking stuff out of my pocket. And it's like, what is this thing? It's like a tracking device.
Kenny has come into Cleveland and just garnered the trust and respect of this team so quickly and efficiently.
Mm-hmm.
How has he been able to do that?
Just being a player's coach, not over-coaching, but holding us accountable. He literally cares about all 18, and you don't always see that in the NBA.
He's done a great job of balancing being Coach Kenny and just being Kenny. You know what I mean? With the empowerment, being relatable.
He's a real basketball junkie. And if you look at Kenny's career, starting from the player development and being assistant coach, and the guys he worked with, all their game has got better and became all-stars.
How has he helped unlock your best self this year?
Just installs a lot of confidence in all of us. Just bringing that back this year, just having the fun that I had. He's bringing that back into my life.
He doesn't allow me to be stagnant. Anytime he sees me not being involved, he runs the play for me, telling me to get more balls, set more screens.
He really does go out of his way to make sure, all right, I'm giving everyone an opportunity, and that goes a long way for people.
Did you like it?
Oh, that was awesome.
Honestly, you got if people haven't tuned in, I don't know what they're doing, but you got to check out that Ty Jerome Cruising Cleveland.
Oh, yeah, there
and
you
all
go.
the stuff that Gab does. She's doing a tremendous job with getting credentialed for the Cavs games this year. That video doesn't put itself together, by the way, Gab.
Yeah.
That's really good coverage that you got to follow
Appreciate
here in
that,
Cleveland.
Pat.
Big Dog, congratulations on Coach of the Year. Well deserved.
We gotta
Cavs are going to win. We still believe in you.
We got to take it, guys. We got to take it. Let's go Cavs. Let's go Browns. Let's go Guards. Hanford Dixon Show. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.